Good night, I am Mark Seal. A century and 2 half-centuries today have put Pakistan in a good position on day 2 of the third test against the West Indies at Windsor Park in Dominica. Azhar Ali scored his 14th test century, 127, and he was assisted by 59 from Misbah-ul-Haq and 51 from Sarfraz Ahmed, which saw the visitors over the 300-run mark. Actually, 376 all out. Roston Chase finished with 4 for 103, skipper Jason Holder 3 for 71, and Devendra Bishu 2 for 61. Now, at the close, West Indies are 14 without loss. Here's a look at the Pakistan innings.
In full control, the first boundary of day 2 to Yunus Khan.
Not a bad shot, but it's given him.
That's his 100. That should be his 100. He's coming back for 2. And so that's his 14th test match 100. In a workmanlike, he has progressed very nicely in this innings, in this series. We should be very proud of this 100 also. Any 100 is a great achievement. It's a pull shot, that's a good shot. As we were just discussing, the lack of intent from Misbah and his men is produced one. That's into the gap, and he has hit it extremely well off the back foot.
That's the sort of aggression that we might have expected a lot earlier. Going with the spin. Well, he's been criticized so often.
Make it, or make his fans, everybody happy. That's into the gap. He's a strong back foot player. Chase for poor the opposition. That's a beautifully played shot into the gap. And he'll now work the loose balls. Pakistan's runs column. That's a straight shot. There is that big drive from Misbah-ul-Haq. Gets there, gets to his 50 with a 4. Yeah, he's opening his shoulders, and he has absolutely nailed it. They've gone for the appeal and out, caught behind.
He's very creative, and the game will not stand still as long as Sarfraz is out there. That is the end of Amir. That's why Holder has come round the wicket to deny him any room. Caught it finally. 10 wickets in the series now for Jason Holder.
It's really wrong-footed this time. It's a much better shot. That's well crafted. Wrong side in the middle, the teacher. That's gone. It's a 4.
Out. Safely held at slip. Good concentration.
Straight back over his head. Stumped. I think he's got him.
We'll have more cricket news later on, but now moving on, the Ministry of Sports, the National Sports Council and the Barbados Olympic Association met with national sporting associations and federations in a long-awaited meeting at the Lloyd Erskine Sanford Centre last evening. CBC's Melissa Farley tells us why.
The burning issue of funding for national sporting federations and athletes was the center of discussion at a meeting with Sports Minister Stephen Lashley and the heads of the associations. It was to bring their federations up to date on requirements expected of them regarding funding and hosting of events.
The availability of funding is not one that has no limitation. We always will have limitations on the availability of funding, but we have to approach financial assistance or the funding of sporting activities in a manner that is not only informed by data, but also one that is based on very solid and firm planning.
Minister Lashley says the relationship between the BOA and the NSC will adjust to a new system.
We want to ensure that once you touch down at one, that we have shared information. I believe that certainly the financing of sports, the development of sports, can better be done where both organizations have a collaborative approach. And therefore, there is going to be established a joint commission between the National Sports Council and the Barbados Olympic Association, which will be responsible for ensuring that the financing of federations, particularly events and of athletes, are done in a way that is collaborative and done in a way that makes sense.
With a funding policy set in motion, a new budgetary process is expected to start mid this year.
The budgetary process basically speaks to us requesting the federations to work with us within a set time frame each year, so that the submissions that we make to our parent ministry captures the financial requests from federations. And in addition to capturing those financial requests, gives us a better feel for what we can plan and allocate per a federation. So the budgetary process we have defined will start in July of each year, and we would wish for that to be completed by September, in time for us to be able to make our submissions for the annual estimates.
Melissa Farley.
Guardian Group Pride of Villa upset C.O. William Rangers in the latest round of BNA's Division 1 League tournament games at the Netball Stadium. CBC's Sean Green reports.
Many expected C.O. Williams Rangers in the yellow, a team which had a number of national players, to dominate Pride of Villa, but it wasn't going to be that easy. It was a night of experimenting with several players for the Rangers, especially later on in the game. Some precise passing finds awaiting Shaquila Davis, who uses her durability to get the better of this one. She got into a good position and she scores. Center with a decision to make, and she finds Khadija Domingo, who's wide open, but she didn't complete the job. But national player Latonia Blackman had her back. Domingo with the ball, and she passes to center while she gets herself into position. And when she gets it back, she got it right, shooting 17 of her 27 on the night. Her shooting actually improved as the game progressed. She gets a long one from center and she sinks it. Pride of Villa leading 21-12 at HT. In the second half, Rangers switched things up a bit with utility player Tonisha Rockiaw as goal attack and Rhea Nels, the usual goalkeep, as the goal shooter. A low bounce pass and Rockiaw finds Niles, who feeds the hoop. Rangers still trailing but looking to get back in there. Same combination, and Niles getting another one of her 15 from 24. But at the end, Villa didn't care about the Rangers' experiment. They just wanted to win. Domingo in the open and having no problems with this one. Rockiaw and Niles at the other end, keeping things afloat. But in the end, Pride of Villa came away as big winners by 11 goals, 54-33. Sean Green, CBC Sports.
In football, Hillaby Turner's Hall and Grantley Prescott were big winners today in the Bico Primary Schools competition. Playing at Conrad Hunt Complex in Shorey Village, Hillaby defeated Holy Innocents 3-0, with goals from Rashid Mayers, Jarrell Hoyt and Keyshawn King. Meanwhile, in the second game, Grantley Prescott defeated St. Elizabeth 4-0 to give them their second straight win. Shakobi Brathwaite, Kiko Wade, Kamal Ben-10 Bryan, Arabelio Brathwaite were the scorers for Grantley Prescott. Kings 11 Punjab kept their hopes of making the IPL playoffs alive with a 7-run win over Mumbai Indians in a must-win match at the Wankhede Stadium. Despite sterling efforts from Lendl Simmons and Kieran Pollard, both scoring 50s, 59 and 50 respectively, Mumbai fell 7 runs short of the Kings 11's mammoth total of 230 for 3. Now, early Rhythmman Saha's unbeaten 93 had propelled Kings 11 to that total, and he was backed up by 47 from Glenn Maxwell. Mumbai, who have already qualified for the playoffs, ended on 223 for 6. Here's a look at their highlights.
And look, I think he gets unfairly criticised as well. Oh, hello. Yeah. Right on cue. Yeah, he gets it at a good clip. I tell you what, he's clipped this one sweetly as well. Let's have a hat-trick of boundaries. Third man's up, but I tell you what, that is stylish. Oh, talk about whippage.
Ball driven, and will race away. Worked away, and that will miss the fielder at short fine. He's fallen over again. Across to the offside, and launched. Yes, back maximum. Up and over. See you later. Well, that is beautiful. 50 up for Lendl Simmons. What an innings it's been.
Top innings.
That is even bigger. That is monstrous.
This should be taken. Yes, it is. Lots of young talent. Catches the call. Oh, would you believe it? That's the Weaver perfect catch. Martin Guptill. He's a tall man. And he's plucked the ball out of thin air. Half-tracker hasn't got the middle of the bat. And a simple catch this time. You might feel a lot better. Now, another one in the deep. This time it's Pollard, same direction. That's 6. That's 1. Edge is a taken. Is this a cracker? Super Sandy Sharma back in the thick of it. No one's going to stop Pollard power, baby. This one has gone into the crowd. Bit of work and a bit of pumpage. It's been palmed over by Maxwell. Got him! Silences the crowd here to somewhat. Solon and kaboom! The big man has just got it up to double Nelson.
Well, under the theme, The Making of Champions, the 2017 edition of the UWI Intercampus Games will be held at the Cayfield campus right here in Barbados. This is the first time in 6 years that the biennial games, which started way back in the 1960s, will come to the Barbados shores with all 4 campuses slated to participate: Mona, St. Augustine, the Open Campus, and Cayfield. Now, according to the chairman of the Games Organizing Committee, Professor Clive Landis, the Games are part of a deliberate strategy by the university to enhance sports and academics as a partnership.
So we have 600 athletes and around 200 supporters coming into Barbados on the 24th of May, and they will be competing over a period of 9 days in a multi-sport event which has 10 disciplines. It's like a mini Olympics, where we have cricket and football, athletics, basketball, swimming, hockey, netball, tennis, and table tennis and volleyball.
The 2017 UWI Intercampus Games will run from May 24th to June 3rd. Time to tell you what's happening tomorrow in sports. It will be day 3 of the 3rd test between West Indies and Pakistan at Windsor Park in Dominica. Start time is 10 a.m., weather permitting, with live coverage on CBC TV 8 and radio 94.7 FM. The Pine Hill Dairy Primary School's netball competition continues with action in Zone 6. All the matches will be at the King George V Memorial Park starting at 9:30 a.m. Also in netball, the BNA League continues in various divisions from 6 p.m. at the Netball Stadium. The Baikal Primary School's football competition also continues. Games to be played at various venues from 9:30 in the morning. That's Sports Night for tonight. Join us again tomorrow for another exciting edition. I am Mark Seal. Do have a good night.
You're watching CBC TV 8 in beautiful Barbados.